Hello. Welcome to Good Science. And my name is Miss Caroline. Are you ready to do some science? The Good Science videos are for you to help you better understand what you're learning in school. And I know that most of you are working remotely. And so we're just going to figure out how to do science remotely and how we can actually do science through actions. Today's topic begins our study of the sun. Today's topic is going to focus on the question of where is east at my house? Now, we all know that there are 4 geographical directions major, and they are north, east, south, and west. And that can be remembered by the phrase, never eat soggy waffles. So if you'd like to, for this time, you need your science notebook and you need a pencil. And that's all we'll be using today. So at the top of your page, let's write the lab question, okay? And we said it's where is east at my house? Now, my story is that I always thought that east at my house was wherever my front door was. But when I did this lab activity, I found out that my prediction was totally wrong. It wasn't right at my front door. So that's why I'm having you look at that today, because if you can find east at your house, we know it's where the sun comes up in the morning. And if you can find east and mark it, then all you have to do is turn around to find west. So I want you to just make a simple drawing of a house on your paper. Nothing fancy. One thing you're going to learn through my videos is I'm not an artist, so nothing to be nervous about, okay? So I draw a house, and I want this to be my house. So I'd like you to, on your drawing, I'd like you to mark where your front door is at your house. Now, your front door might be where mine is. Simple, right there. Front door. Okay? But maybe your front door is over here, and we have an arrow. What if it's over here? On the side, or on this side? Okay? Or even in the back. Okay, so simple enough. You have, if your front door is is facing you when you're drawing, if it's a side door, all you need to do is add the word front door to that arrow. Or if it's in the back, front door to that arrow. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so as you look at this drawing, I want you to label your front yard, your back yard, or your side yard. Now, this is another story here, is when I was growing up, when I looked at my house from the street, my front door was actually on this side, okay? And from my front door, I came out and there was my driveway and there was the street. Okay, but today, where I live now, my front door happens to be facing the street. So I'd like you to draw and label your driveway. So if I'm looking at my house, then my driveway is on the side, off to the side and in front of my house. So I'm going to make my driveway and label it. And as most driveways, they lead out to the street. So I'm going to draw the street. So for me, looking at my driveway, if I'm in the street looking at the front of my house and looking at my driveway, now I know where my backyard side yards are. Now here's the question. Close your eyes and think about where the sun comes up in the morning at your house. Does it shine in the window of the kitchen, which is on the side of the house maybe? Or does it shine through the bedroom at the back of the house? Or maybe the other side? Okay. Once you've got that picture in your mind, then I want you to write at the bottom of your sketch, I predict, Predict, that the sun rises in front of my house. Period. Okay, so now we have a drawing. We have a prediction. I predict that the sun rises in front of my house. And that was my prediction before I did this activity. It was in the front of the house. So, the next morning I got up early, went outside, and looked for the sun shining in the front of my house. Okay? But guess what? When I looked for the morning sun, it wasn't at the front of my house. It was coming from over here, which is actually the side of my house. Okay? So, what I'd like you to do for the challenge for this lab activity is to get up early tomorrow to draw the sun's location on your sketch. Okay? On the back of your sketch, record a sentence that tells where the sun rose and mark it east. So for me, the sun was over here, so I know that east is right here. Well, if the sun rises in the east, where does the sun set? You probably know this answer. Well, it sets in the west. So if I'm looking at the sun in the east, all I have to do is turn around and there's west. So on the opposite side of where I drew my sun, I am going to label that with big letters. This is west. So now you've found east and west. So on the back of your page, you're going to write your conclusion and label north, south, east, west on your drawing. So my conclusion is that my prediction was wrong. My prediction was wrong. The great thing about science investigations is you can be wrong and still be learning. As we go through our study of Earth's place in the universe, we'll be able to go out now, and if I say to you, I want you to go out and look west tonight at 9 o'clock, and you will see the constellation of, let's say, the Big Dipper. Or go out at 9:13 and look to the south, and you will actually see the International Space Station fly right by your house. And I will be giving you these little tips and little challenges as we go through our videos on good science. Now, if you have any questions for me, please go to my Facebook page, and that will be at Good Science. So all you have to do is search for Good Science. And in Facebook, you will come to my page, and I will take any questions. I would also like you to share your conclusions, and I'll see you next time.